Have you ever looked at the lines on your hand and wondered if they could reveal something about your destiny? Well, Nostradamus, the legendary prophet, believed that the answer lay right in the palm of some people's hands, and more specifically, he saw the letter M as a sign of great significance. If you have this mark on your hand, get ready. Nostradamus's prophecies for those who possess the letter M have already started to manifest in the present. But what does this really mean for you? We're talking about deep personal and global changes and a destiny that's somehow tied to a much bigger role in the world. The question is, are you ready to find out what's in store for you? While many wait for the future, few understand that the future is actually happening now, and Nostradamus knew this. He predicted that, especially those with the letter M, would be the first to notice the great transformations that are beginning to unfold before our eyes. But what exactly would these people experience? Deep changes in their personal and professional lives, unexpected challenges, but also the awakening of a great inner power. In this video, we'll reveal what Nostradamus's prophecies mean for you if you have this mark. Get ready to see your future in a completely new way and discover how you can prepare for the great transformations that lie ahead. For many, the letter M might just seem like an ordinary letter, but for Nostradamus, it carried a deep meaning. He saw this mark on the palm of the hand as a sign of something much greater, a signal that the person who bore it was connected to global events that were about to unfold. According to the oracle, these individuals were meant to experience significant life changes, both on a personal and collective level. Nostradamus believed that those with the letter M on their palm were in the midst of an important phase, a turning point in their lives that would set them apart from others. But what does this really mean for someone who has this mark? The mystical interpretation of the M suggests that these individuals aren't just ordinary people. They're meant to play a crucial role in shaping the future. They would be able to sense the shifting tides of global events and would be called upon to take action during critical times. So, if you have this mark, it might be time to reflect on what it could mean in your own life. Is it just a coincidence? Or is there something bigger at play? Nostradamus believed that these people were destined to have a significant impact on the world around them, guiding others as events unfolded. Nostradamus predicted that these individuals would not only witness major global changes, but would also be deeply affected by them. Their path wouldn't be easy, but it would lead to profound personal transformation. This wasn't just about being at the right place at the right time. It was about being ready to embrace the changes, to step into a leadership role, and to make a difference. For those with the letter M, their connection to the future wasn't just an abstract idea. It was a tangible force that would guide them through uncertain times, helping them to navigate the challenges ahead. So, if you see the letter M in your palm, consider this. It's more than just a physical mark. It's a symbol of a deeper connection to your purpose, to a higher calling. Nostradamus saw this as a sign that your future would unfold in ways that others couldn't yet understand. But what exactly are these transformations, and how do they fit into your personal journey? That's what we'll explore in the next section. Nostradamus didn't just predict that people with the letter M on their palms would face global changes. He also foresaw major transformations on a personal and professional level. These individuals, he believed, would undergo profound shifts that could alter the course of their careers, relationships, and even their very identity. It's not that these changes would come without warning, but rather they would be inevitable, part of the natural flow of the individual's life journey. For those with the M mark, this meant that their destiny was tied to a path of growth that, while challenging, would ultimately lead to greater prosperity and self-realization. But what kind of challenges are we talking about? Nostradamus saw these changes as both exciting and unsettling. On the one hand, individuals with the letter M would experience a rise in their professional life, perhaps taking on more responsibility, achieving leadership positions, or gaining recognition for their talents. On the other hand, they would also face personal struggles that would test their resilience and force them to rethink what they truly value. This duality, growth in some areas and hardship in others, would be a defining characteristic of their journey. It's as if their path was always going to be one of deep learning and growth, marked by both triumph and adversity. What does this mean for you if you have this mark? It's likely that over the course of your life, you'll encounter situations that challenge you to step out of your comfort zone, whether that's in your job, relationships, or even your personal beliefs. These challenges are meant to push you towards self-discovery and help you develop a stronger sense of purpose. Nostradamus believed that those with the M on their palm were destined to embrace these challenges, not just as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. If you face difficulties, it's not a sign of failure, but a signal that you're on the path to becoming the person you're meant to be. In the professional world, these transformations could manifest as sudden opportunities or unexpected setbacks. Maybe you're being called to take a bold step in your career, to take on a new role that challenges you in ways you never expected. Or perhaps you're being forced to reevaluate your current path and find a new direction that better aligns with your inner truth. Nostradamus saw these changes as essential, part of the process of becoming the person who could one day lead others through the crises of tomorrow. But how exactly does the letter M help you tap into this potential? That's where the next part of the story comes in. The interpretation of the letter M on the palm of the hand is far from simple. For Nostradamus, it wasn't just a random mark. It was a symbol that carried deep, mystical significance. According to the prophet, the letter M was a sign that the person with this mark had a unique, often fateful role to play in the world. Nostradamus believed that these individuals were not only meant for greatness, but that they would be intimately connected with global events, even shaping them in ways that others might not fully understand. To him, this letter was more than just a shape. It was a gateway to a higher calling, a spiritual path that linked the individual to a larger purpose. How does this play out in real life? Well, people with the letter M on their palm might often feel as though they're meant for something more, as if their life is leading them toward a greater mission. Whether it's through their work, their relationships, or even their personal struggles, these individuals tend to be deeply connected to the idea of destiny. Nostradamus saw them as leaders, people who would rise up during times of crisis and show others the way forward. This wasn't about being famous or successful in the traditional sense, but about being someone who was destined to guide others through turbulent times, providing clarity and insight when the world seemed uncertain. What's fascinating about the letter M is that it isn't just a sign for the individual, it's also a sign for the world around them. Nostradamus believed that these people would influence global events, sometimes without even realizing it. Their actions, decisions, and perspectives would ripple outward, creating a wave of change that impacted others on a larger scale. So, if you have the letter M on your palm, you might start noticing how your life intersects with bigger events and how your actions sometimes have a far-reaching effect on those around you. For example, imagine someone who's always felt an urge to step into a leadership role or take on challenges that others shy away from. This could be a sign that they're aligned with their destiny, guided by an unseen hand, pushing them toward a larger purpose. Nostradamus believed that individuals with this mark had a deep, almost spiritual connection to the unfolding of history. They were, in his view, in tune with the cosmic flow of events. But how does this tie into the larger transformation happening in the world today? Let's explore that next. Nostradamus wasn't just a visionary of distant futures. He was also deeply attuned to the present. He believed that the time of his prophecies was not something that would occur far in the future, but something that was actively unfolding in real time. And for those with the letter M on their palms, this couldn't be more relevant. Nostradamus predicted that the prophecies would start to manifest in the present day, and many individuals with this sign would begin to experience revelations that aligned with the shifts he had foreseen. These revelations weren't just personal. They were connected to the larger transformations that were happening on a global scale. What does this mean for you if you have the letter M? It means that you're likely already experiencing the beginning of these transformations. It's not a distant prophecy waiting to come true. It's already in motion. You might be noticing changes in your life that feel strangely synchronistic or aligned with something bigger. Whether it's through a shift in your career, unexpected personal events, or a sense of heightened awareness, these signs are part of the prophecy starting to unfold. Nostradamus believed that those with the letter M would be some of the first to notice these changes, as they were uniquely attuned to the energies of the world around them. For example, maybe you've recently faced a challenge or a turning point in your life that felt almost fated. Perhaps you've been drawn to new ideas or people who are pushing you toward your greater purpose. These are the kinds of experiences that Nostradamus would have recognized as signs that the time of the prophecies had begun. And just as importantly, these experiences are not random. They are a part of the larger pattern that is guiding you toward your role in the transformation of the world. It's also important to remember that these prophecies aren't all about individual fortune. They're deeply interconnected with global events. As the world experiences crises and shifts, those with the letter M will likely find themselves stepping into leadership roles, helping others to navigate these transitions. But how do you recognize your role in this global shift? And how can you start to prepare for what lies ahead? That's what we'll explore next. Nostradamus believed that the key to understanding the future was not just in observing physical signs, but in tapping into a deeper spiritual connection. For those with the letter M on their palm, this connection was even more significant. According to Nostradamus, the letter M wasn't just a physical marker. It was a symbol that linked these individuals to a higher spiritual purpose. This mark, he believed, could be interpreted as a sign of spiritual awakening, guiding them to recognize their true potential and to understand the role they were meant to play in the world. But what does this spiritual connection really mean in practical terms? It means that if you have the letter M, you may be particularly sensitive to spiritual messages and insights that guide your path. These insights could come in many forms, through dreams, intuition, or even sudden realizations about your life's purpose. Nostradamus saw these individuals as being particularly attuned to the universe's energies, able to receive guidance from higher sources. If you've ever had a feeling that you were meant to do something great, or if you've experienced a moment of clarity that changed your life, it might be a sign that you're tapping into this spiritual connection that Nostradamus spoke about. This spiritual awakening isn't something that happens overnight. It's a process, a gradual uncovering of your true purpose. You might start noticing that certain paths in your life feel more aligned with who you really are, or that opportunities appear at just the right time. Nostradamus believed that those with the letter M would experience these kinds of revelations, leading them to understand their place in the world. It's almost as if the universe was sending them messages that would help them navigate the coming changes. These spiritual insights would be crucial as they prepared to take on a leadership role during global shifts. In practical terms, what can you do to connect with this spiritual energy? Start by tuning into your intuition, paying attention to the subtle signs that appear in your life. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply quiet reflection, Creating space to listen to your inner voice can help you tap into the wisdom that Nostradamus believed was available to those with the M mark. But how can you make sure you're truly aligned with your purpose? And how does this spiritual insight tie into the global changes that are happening right now? Let's explore that further in the next section. For those with the letter M on their palm, Nostradamus predicted that their personal journey would be one of profound transformation. This wasn't just about minor changes, it was about deep, life-altering shifts that would shape the person's destiny in ways they might not fully understand at the time. Nostradamus saw these individuals as people who would face significant challenges, some of which might even feel like a test of their very soul. However, he also saw these challenges as essential to their growth. In facing adversity, they would uncover their true potential and emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with their higher purpose. So, how does this unfold in real life? If you have the letter M, you might find that your life is a series of trials and tests, sometimes feeling like you're constantly being pushed to your limits. But this isn't a sign of failure. It's part of the process. Nostradamus believed that these tests were precisely what would lead to the personal growth that would eventually allow you to take on leadership roles in times of crisis. For example, someone with the letter M might experience a difficult career setback, only to rise from it with new insights and a renewed sense of purpose. This kind of transformation would open up new doors and lead to greater fulfillment and success. These personal transformations aren't just about overcoming obstacles. They're also about embracing change and letting go of old identities that no longer serve you. Nostradamus saw these individuals as being destined to leave behind outdated ways of thinking and acting, allowing them to step into new roles that were more in tune with their true calling. This process of reinvention can be challenging, but it's also incredibly empowering. If you're someone with the M on your palm, consider the challenges you've faced as stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to the person you're truly meant to become. As you go through these transformations, remember that you're not alone. Nostradamus believed that these individuals were connected to something larger, something divine that would guide them through their trials. Whether it's through spiritual guidance, intuition, or simply a sense of purpose, this connection to a higher power will help you navigate the changes that are coming. But how do you tap into this higher energy and align yourself with your true destiny? We'll explore that next. As we move into a new era, Nostradamus's prophecies seem to be unfolding before our very eyes. For those with the letter M on their palms, this time is especially significant. Nostradamus predicted that the period we are entering would be marked by profound global changes that would be felt by everyone, but particularly by those with the M on their hands. These individuals were not only meant to witness the changes, but also to guide others through them. Nostradamus believed that those with the letter M would play a key role in navigating the global transformations that were about to unfold. So, what does this mean for you? If you have the letter M, Nostradamus saw you as someone who would be on the front lines of these changes, not just as a bystander, but as an active participant. Whether it's through your career, your relationships, or your community, you are likely to find yourself in situations that call for leadership and insight. This isn't a time to sit back and watch. It's a time to step up and take an active role in shaping the future. Nostradamus believed that those with the M would be the first to see the signs of change and would have the power to influence how events played out on a global scale. The interesting thing about the global shifts Nostradamus predicted is that they wouldn't be isolated events. Instead, they would be interconnected, a series of overlapping crises and transitions that would require new ways of thinking and new solutions. For those with the letter M, this meant that they would need to be flexible, adaptable, and ready to take on whatever challenges came their way. Whether it's navigating a personal transformation or guiding others through a larger societal shift, your role will be crucial in helping the world move through these changes. How can you prepare for these global changes? Start by embracing your role as a leader, whether in small ways in your own life or on a larger scale. Develop your ability to stay calm in the face of uncertainty and trust your intuition. Nostradamus saw these individuals as being in tune with the flow of events, able to see the bigger picture and offer guidance when others are lost. The time of prophecies has come, and those with the letter M are here to lead the way. But how will you rise to the challenge? That's something you can start exploring now. So, what's next for you? Someone with the letter M on your palm. Now that you know the prophecies Nostradamus made, it's time to reflect on how these insights apply to your life. Do you feel ready to step into the role that's waiting for you? The path of transformation isn't always easy, but it's one that you're uniquely equipped for. Remember, the challenges you face aren't signs of failure. They're your opportunity for growth, for embracing the changes that are unfolding in the world around you. Now ask yourself, what changes are you currently experiencing in your personal and professional life? How can you harness those transformations to guide others? The world is shifting, and as someone with the letter M, you are not just an observer, you are a key player in this global evolution. This is your moment to rise up, lead, and make an impact in ways that you might not yet fully understand. If you're ready to unlock your true potential and embrace the powerful role you were destined for, start taking action today. Trust your intuition, connect with your deeper purpose, and begin to see the signs of change as opportunities, not obstacles. The future is in your hands, and it's up to you to shape it. If you want to continue learning about how to embrace these transformations and prepare for the future, be sure to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. Keep exploring these powerful insights that can guide you to your higher calling, because there's so much more to uncover. Will you step up to your destiny?